Morning, boys and girls. Actually, I should say good afternoon, boys and girls. We're at a funny angle right now. This is Captain Canada with another installment of, hey, let's cook something delicious, quick, and kind of healthy. Today's actually not as healthy as the other stuff I've been cooking, but that's okay. I don't know where I heard this from, but I heard that this week is National Egg Salad Week. Never heard of such a thing, but I figured, hey, if that's the truth, let's make an egg salad sandwich. I love egg salad. Egg salad is really, for the most part, really healthy. Eggs, lots of protein in them, vitamins in them, great nutrition. The way I make them, I put fresh vegetables in them for a couple of reasons. One, I like the crunch. When I'm eating a sandwich, I like the crunch. So I have in here, I've got onions and celery and carrots, obviously. And then on the salad, the sandwich itself, I'm going to be putting lettuce. Okay, so I have eggs, 3 eggs. I'm going to make 2 sandwiches with 3 eggs. Of course, I've got a nice healthy bread. The only thing that's really not particularly healthy, I would say, is the mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is made out of oil and egg, and the oil is the part that's not really healthy. So what we've always talked about before, doing things in moderation. Okay, just a little bit at a time will be fine. And so I'm going to show you how to put it all together. So not to bore you, I cut that ahead of time. I haven't done the eggs yet, although I did peel them, because you don't need to watch me peel them. Although I do remember that when I was a kid, I never realized this because it was a little bit of a pain. But my mom, there was a bunch of boys, and I had a bunch of brothers and sisters, and my mom would make it a contest. Like, okay, everybody, let's see who could peel an egg the fastest and keep it as clean as possible, without messing it up. So we thought, okay, that's a great contest to do. So we got pretty good at peeling eggs. Little did we realize she didn't want to do it herself, but she had 5 kids to do it for her. So that was her little game. All right, so we are going to be using a sharp knife today. And I did use a sharp knife to do the vegetables, to cut them up. So always remember that when you are using a sharp knife or something hot, you always get your parents' supervision. Always, always, always. Okay? It's just safe right now. All right, so here we go. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the egg and put it in there. Cut the egg, put it in there, cut the egg, put it in there. Now that's pretty easy. Then I'm going to take all these, I'm going to dump them in. And I'm just going to start mashing them a little bit. Can you see that? Mashing them just a little bit, just to get it started and mixing. Okay? Just to get it started and mixing. Now, I suppose you can make a salad just like this and it would probably be delicious. But in my opinion, what makes an egg salad a little bit more delicious is obviously mayonnaise. And then we talked about this just a minute ago. Mayonnaise is not that healthy for you at all. So you got to be careful with it. So how much do you put in? You know me, I don't know. About that much. That could be right, could be wrong. But before we do that, I want to give I love pepper. Give some squeezes with the pepper. And I love this spice. I'm not going to add any salt to it because this already has some salt in it, but it also has some spice in it. So it adds a little spiciness to it. So I'm going to put a little bit in. I don't know how much, about that much. And now you're going to notice that when you do it, it starts to blend together. It blends together because of the mayonnaise helps it keep together. Now, I've been doing this long enough to know what's too much and what's too little. Now, you can't take out the mayonnaise at this point. The only thing you can do if you think you have too much mayonnaise is add another egg or add some more vegetables to it, and then you make a bigger egg salad and you can keep some for later on. I think that's a little dry. So I'm just going to add a little bit more. Maybe total a tablespoon and a half of mayonnaise. It's not a little, but it's not too much.
that looks about perfectly mixed. Okay. Now, I know I taught you this trick when making the perfect peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Okay? And, oops, you know what? There's a little extra there, so we don't want to waste any. Just mix that in real quick. Remember how I taught you this? When you take it out of the bag, you take it out so it's all lined up. And I actually have to redo this because, there we go. So, and you just flip it over like that, put it on one side, and then flip it back over, and it lines up perfectly. If you care about that. If you don't care about that, don't even worry about it. So, what do? You take a scoop, and you want to make it even. I don't want to shortchange Mrs. Captain Canada. So I'm even back and forth, back and forth. If you've ever cut onions before, if I look like I've been crying, I have, because I was cutting onions. There's a chemical in onions that makes you cry. And so I was crying earlier. I've heard that a trick, I suppose I've done it before, that if you cut the onions underwater, then it'll prevent you from crying. Guess what? It doesn't bother me too much. Although this was a strong onion, and I only used 1/4 of an onion. And I used 1 celery stalk and 1 carrot, and only 1/4 of an onion should be plenty because they're quite strong. Okay, now that looks about right. Let me take a little bite. Oh, delicious. Put that away. Take some lettuce. Make it even, and even. Flip it over. And there you have it. Egg salad sandwich. All right, boys and girls, keep on looking for my posts. I've got a couple dances that I'm either going to put up or have put up. So enjoy the sandwich, enjoy the day. Captain Canada saying, what does he say? See ya.